Hello and welcome back to another episode of Shapeless Skyrim. My name is Tori.
My name is Tyler. Today we are going to be doing a deep dive into one singular mod, which is Path Stalkers by SkaerKrow.
Yeah, friend of the show, SkaerKrow.
Right now, we're going to be starting off by just kind of giving a simple overview of the mod, which it's a very big mod, but in general, think of it this way. It is a new guild, new followers, and new summons. So there are like animal summons, a ranger guild for like archers with their animal companions, and then followers within the guild.
Right. So right now we are outside the guild hall, essentially. It's hyrcela's lodge, something like that. Let me show you on the map where we are located here. So right there, and it's just a little bit south of Nightgate Inn, in case you're wondering.
And hyrcela, I'm guessing, is like a play on hircine. Like
Yep.
Lord of the Hunt. But I mean, the exterior, it's exactly what I would imagine. It's got that companion's look and feel to it, where it's that very Nordic style.
Yeah, I think with the Rangers Guild, it is very much almost like a sister guild to the Companions in a way, especially you can see the connection there, like from hircine to hyrcela. And why don't we hop inside and see what it's like?
Oh, very moody in here.
Yeah, it is. It's got like a nice dark feel to it. I kind of dig that.
Keeping well.
Yeah, I like that it doesn't have like a chandelier, because it's not, I wouldn't imagine that these people are like rich and they have the money to like really decorate and like put up these designs or something. Like,
right. It's more of like a legacy thing. Like this was built years before their time and they're just carrying on the traditions of the guild.
Yeah, like this is a bare bones. This is where we meet for book club on Tuesdays.
So
yeah, this is their big aggressive book club.
Except
and they love
books are lame.
Books are
Can
super
you imagine
lame.
how much it would freak them out to like hear an audiobook? Man, it would rock their world.
This cat dude would shit his pants, absolutely. The cool thing about all the people in here is that they're followers, so I can go up and talk to Sebastian, have him follow me if I'd like. I can do the same with her, and then there's even some kind of unique designs. Like if I go over here, there's a Falmer that is fully voiced and everything, so if I talk to her, I can go ahead and get a follower. So all of these people, I believe there are 9 in here, and yeah, they can all become part of your team.
Even better, you can get all of them as followers, but most of them are also marriage companions as well.
Oh, yeah, so if you find the new love of your life here in the Rangers Guild, I mean, you're going to be good to go because you can marry them. Now, one of the creatures in here that I think is interesting but isn't a follower or a marriageable thing is Muddy the Mud Crab over here.
Let me marry that crab. Come on, SkaerKrow. Let me marry that crab, you coward. Why won't you let me marry it?
He's just a beautiful crab that you can't marry yet, but I'm assuming that's going to be patched soon, SkaerKrow. And he's got 15,000 gold that you can sell to.
Hey, SkaerKrow, you're going to patch that, right? Now that we just lost all of our non-subscribers.
Yep, now that they're all gone, we can just talk to you guys, the real ride or die fans here. Yeah, so all of these beds, none of them appear to be owned, so I think it's sort of a communal sleeping sitch that we got going on over here.
The bed bugs would be horrendous, but yes, it does build a community.
Yeah, especially, like, you got all the Khajiit and stuff, too. There's going to be a lot of fleas. Ugh. And I do want to say that you don't join it, like, you don't talk to someone and, like, start a quest to join it or anything like that. You can just go ahead and you're kind of just in it already. And there are some cool perks to being a member here. So you can use the Shrine of the Pack, which, I got to say, that's the coolest name, SkaerKrow. You're really great at naming stuff. And that's where you can go in and craft a bunch of new stuff in here. So there's totems and lures for all of these different types of summons here. And the difference is that a lure is just like a scroll that you use, and the totem lets you cast it. So it becomes almost like a totem animal, like a spirit animal kind of thing.
Think of the lures as scrolls, totems as spell books. So the totems you will keep forever. You will always be able to use it.
Yep.
The lures are just a one-off thing, and I like how SkaerKrow designed it as like the lures, because you'll need a special ingredient in order to create the totems. You know, you're not going to find all of you're not going to be able to craft all of them. You're just not.
Right.
So SkaerKrow gave you the lures as a way to be like, test this out and see which one that you want.
Yeah, so you'll see now for the totems that you need a special ingredient called heartwood. Now, those are what you get for killing the sort of enemies that your guild here is fighting off, which are the Wild Hunt, which I think SkaerKrow gets a gamer point for that one for making a reference to The Witcher.
Yeah. I'm going to imagine SkaerKrow is making a reference to The Witcher. So why don't you go and give SkaerKrow a gamer point there?
Yep. And so as you just saw me pick up, there is one heartwood that is just available here that you can go ahead and test.
And
so
you can get a companion, but what I love about this system as well is that you kind of need to, in order to create the totem, like honor that animal and like honor the hunt. So you have to have a piece of that animal. So like you need in order to make like a snow fox totem, you have to have a snow fox pelt.
One more thing before we hop out of this and go check out some of the other stuff is that SkaerKrow likes to put little hiding things, like little hidden clues and stuff that you can find around. And I noticed that if you look right up here, boom, there's a bow that's stuck up there. So you could shout that off or shoot it down or whatever and get yourself a secret special little bow.
Tori, give me that secret special little bow.
Okay, well, that's going to require me to actually hit it, and so we'll see how that goes.
God.
Got it. Haha. Beautiful. Nimwi's Bow. So with Nimwi's Bow here, it says that it's made with a heavy wood and has elemental lightning power. So I just love that it's a fun hidden little thing.
The other great thing that I'm noticing about this bow, which you might have missed, Tori, because you're just not that smart, and I'm a lot smarter than you are.
Yep, I always
and that's
say
just
that.
a fact.
Yep.
Is this bow is shaped like the longbow, but you'll see that it has a different texture wrapped around it. It has like the tree bark texture wrapped around it. So it really does look like, this is like a really rustic, like simple old bow that maybe like the founder of the guild had like, hundreds of years ago.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now that we got this bow, I think we should move on to the second part of the mod, which is going to get us some ammo for this bow.
Hey, this would be a good time to test out this bow on a robber.
Then I guess that is your last request.
I just, I hate when Skyrim gets in the way of us showing off Skyrim,
Skyrim really has a habit of getting in the way of Skyrim.
Yeah, it does. Because Todd's a nasty man.
And look, you'll see that lightning effect.
And it's not OP. It is, it's a good bow and it's got the enchantment and everything, but it's not too overpowered. I kind of like that because this is meant to seamlessly fit into the world of Skyrim rather than be some crazy, like, no chance this would ever happen in Skyrim.
This is, just a hunter faction that should seamlessly fit into your game.
And part of that is over here at Delilahs Shack. Now, let me show you on the map where we're located. So we were up here, and we just keep going south past the mountain, and that's where we get to Delilahs Shack.
Delilahs.
Is it Delilah? Oh,
Delilah.
I was gonna make a really funny thing.
Delilah.
Yeah,
What's
I was gonna
it
do
like
that.
in New York City?
It was gonna be so funny. Everyone was gonna go wild for it. They were gonna love it.
They were gonna love it because it's so original, and no one saw it coming.
Yes?
It's so good. Hey there, Delilah. I'll do it anyway. So in Delilah's inventory here, we're gonna see a whole host of arrows here that are going to be specialized for taking down certain types of prey. So an automaton hunter arrow is going to be better at mechanical enemies. The Daedra is going to be better at Daedric enemies, and so on and so forth with all kinds of things, including man and myrrh.
So can you get more of these? Does her inventory respawn where you can buy more?
That I am not sure about. So I'm just going to buy out what she has now, and then I'm going to sell it for a premium on eBay.
I'm seeing a note on the ground in her bedroom.
Yes, you are. There's also, we're not going to dive into it because we don't want to ruin everything, but there is specific literature that is written for this mod, so you can check that stuff out.
Speaking of those books providing like a backstory and the additional lore for this mod, another additional bit of lore is if you talk to your follower here,
What do you want me to
you want to trade things, they have these books with them. So if you read them, it's like a character description for them, so you can fit them into, so you can read read about all of these people and then decide, who do I want as my follower? Like,
Fine.
who kind of fits with my character the most, and do I like their backstory? So it's really impressive that SkaerKrow went through the time to give them all their own unique character.
Yeah. These aren't just lazy NPCs that I, put in there because I knew how to do it. This is like, these are thought out people, and they have motivations, and they have things in their history that might affect, the way that you see them in your role playing. I think that's just excellent work. And I think SkaerKrow is just one of the best at putting in that amount of effort into making this more of a living, breathing thing and more of a seamless addition to the game. And it's not just the followers that we found back at Hyrcela's Lodge. There's also some other followers around the world, so I want to go find a couple of those. Okay, so one of the first followers that you're able to find that's not where the rest of them are at Hyrcela's is you're going to go to Llargash Spur, I believe is how you say that one. And if you just back up over here, you're going to go across this bridge. The bridge will probably look different in your game. We have a bridge mod on, but he should be right around. Yeah. There he is. Shulgrot the Unclean. And he's just he's got the face thing. None of the other people have the face thing. That's so strange. But
he's a dirty boy.
He's a dirty boy, and it looks like he did kill his horse because he's a filthy, nasty man.
This better be good.
And yes, I do want him to follow me. One of the other, I think one of the more interesting ones is here outside of Windhelm. Whoops. You're just going to swim up to the docks, do a sick dolphin dive out of the water. Perfect. And then you will find Cho Amchek, this little Reekling fellow here that's going to be...
I hate this.
Yeah, the Reeklings are creepy, but I do like that SkaerKrow took the extra effort to give you different characters. Like you can have a Falmer and you can have... or a Reekling as part of your group. I think that's really cool and really interesting.
I would say having a multiple follower system mod is absolutely necessary to this mod because
I agree.
You're going to want to go on like a big hunt with a lot of people. You're probably not just going to want to pick one.
So the final one that I want to show you here, there's a couple more around, but we don't want to spoil everything for you. We just fast traveled here to Northwatch Keep up kind of by where you get to Castle Volkihar. And you go right over here, and you're going to find a couple more that apparently just killed some folk because they're good hunters. Yeah, but that's where you're going to find.
You want to see.
Yep. Oh, Morena. So that Morena must be the daughter, right? Because that's the book we found at Delilahs Shack.
Yes.
But hey, you can read all the literature and you can find out that kind of story and everything for yourself. And I do want to let you know that this mod and all these followers and stuff, they do extend outward to Solstheim as well. So you can find a follower on Solstheim, and you also will find encounters with the Wild Hunt on Solstheim. But I think speaking of Wild Hunt, I do want to fight those nasty boys. Here we go, Tyler. I found one of the Wild Hunt.
Oh no.
He's running.
Stop
he's trying
him
to kill. He's trying to kill my
before he
friends.
kidnaps Ciri.
No, don't. Stop it. Come here. Oh,
and
good
these
God.
are meant to be tougher enemies. So yeah, we're doing like a regular sword right now. You're going to want your friends because look at how much the damage can stack up then.
Yeah, and I do want to show you in the middle of this heated combat scene right now where we are on the map because there are, I don't remember exactly how many locations there are.
Three encounters with the Wild Hunt.
Yeah, so we're kind of right in between Bannermist Tower and Evergreen Grove right here. And that's just one of them. We're not going to show you all of them because we want you to be able to randomly encounter them and let them be a natural surprise in your game.
SkaerKrow wants it to be a random encounter. And yeah, you can see they're tough. They're tough enemies. Let's see what they got on them.
Daedra Heart, Alkide, and
there it is.
Heartwood. So yeah, so Heartwood is, again, that's what you use to craft the totems, and the only way to get more Heartwood is to find and kill the Wild Hunt here.
Now, speaking of totems, let's see what those Sons of B words look like, because I can see a couple of our followers cast their own totems there.
Yeah,
which is cool that they have their own totems because they're a part of the guild.
I do want to add here that you do have to read the totem like it's a book. So I got my Veil Cat right there, and boom, now I have it.
And for the lures, you're going to see that they are in the scroll section. So let's see what a snowy saber cat lure looks like.
There we go. So I cast it right at my feet there, and there's my snowy saber cat that I lured in to help me fight my battles.
And now those ones, will go away. They're the one-time use.
Yep. So every time you use it, you lose one of those things. You have to go craft another one. But they don't take any heartwood. The things that do take the heartwood are the totems here, which I'm going to use as a power. There we go. Uh-oh. Is it dead?
He's lazy. No, he's just laying down.
That's
you
my
got
lazy
a
little
lazy
veil.
totem.
Yeah, I did. But he looks fucking rad, so I'm okay with that.
He does look rad as hell, but hey, you did get a lazy one.
I did, and he's got a busted neck, too. But I think it's super cool that you can have different animals that, like, you feel the connection, so you have, like, the lures, but you also have, like, a literal connection in where you have a totem and you can cast that. I think that that's so
And
good.
all
It
of
makes
your
us feel so
followers-
much better than the sum of its parts.
Yep, and all of your followers have their own individual totems that they use. So it feels like everyone in the guild has that attachment to, like, their own totem that they use. And you'll see that as you go around in fights. And yes, the Wild Hunt is a tough enemy, but hey, when you have friends with you, you can accomplish anything. I do believe SkaerKrow's message at the end of the day was the power of friendship can conquer anything. And our message at the end of the day is, if you liked this video, be sure to check out our other content. We have hundreds, literally hundreds of Skyrim episodes for you to watch. We have our podcast, goes up every single Friday. It's called Baseless Claims. It's the bussy. The manhole is now the bussy.
Maybe I don't want to go down this route, actually.
I don't like that
It
either.
means boy pussy, Tori.
We all know what it means.
Well, I did understand that.
You can check that out. Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, YouTube, all of those great podcasting networks.
Yep. And, oh boy, I didn't know I could kill my own totem animal. Now I feel really terrible about the whole
In a
affair.
really brutal way.
In a
Jesus.
really just sickly
You're
brutal
a
way.
monster.
Oh boy, I really goofed up on this one. I guess my main point is, like, just check out our podcast. Let us keep giving suggestions for what you'd like to see from our 200th episode that's coming up in just 2 weeks now. And I guess until
Leave
then,
your mod suggestions in the review.
yeah, leave your mod suggestions. And
if you have mods you'd like us to show off, leave that in the comment section. You can also just chat with us. We'll be sure to hit you back. No, stop it,
sorry,
Tori.
I sneezed and I just accidentally.
No!
Tyler, these friends took my kill from me, and I'll never forgive them.
Not Baywin!
Baywin.
SkaerKrow, let us marry that other mud crab. Or this mud crab gets it. Do you want that on your hands?
Do you want this,
Let us-
this blood?
Do you want this blood on your hands, SkaerKrow? Let us marry the mud crab.
Do it.
Let me marry that crab.